Hello everyone, this is Stephanie. Welcome to another video. So today we're going to work on this interlace cuff bracelet, and this one is using the 4mm bicones instead of the 3mm bicones that we had used on the interlace bracelet. So I want to show you the difference. So here's the 3mm, really pretty, love that one. And this is the 4, and then I've got this piece that this is the one we're going to make today. This is using the 4mm bicones and 4mm pearls, and we got a pattern going here, and I'm really enjoying making the pattern, and I'll show you how to do that. So here are the three different bracelets. This has 3 rows of bicones, this one has 4. When I show you how to do sort of pattern it, you can make your own pattern, and you could use as many bicones or rows of 4mm as you like. So this is going to be fun to play with a bit. All right, so here it is. I'm just going to put this aside, and I'm just going to show you the bracelet really quickly. So it's the interlace pattern. We've been trying to get this done with 4mm bicones for a long time, so here we go. We've got it. This is the simplest one. I've just clasped it with 2 magnetic clasps. I'm really into the magnetics these days, easy to use, and they're pretty strong. They're not, I'm not worried about it, but you can always put a chain on it, a safety chain or whatever, or, just use any clasp that you like. All right, so here we go. I'm going to clear the decks. I'm going to get a materials list going, and we'll get started on this bracelet. All right, materials list going. So you're going to need 4mm beads here. I'm going to duplicate this, so this is what I'm using, but you can use 4mm anything here. All bicones, all pearls, all rondelles, whatever you want. So 4mm pearls, I'm using white. 4mm bicone, 2 colors, cyclamen opal, Pallas green opal, 11O seed bead, metallic bronze. I've got 3 little magnetic clasps here. We're either going to do 2 or 3, or I'm not sure what we're going to do, but that's what I'm going to start out with. Clasp of your choice. Wildfire beading thread, you can use Fireline 8-pound. Using a size 10 beading needle here. You keep an 11 handy, but I think a 10 will work here. Got a stop bead here. That's really all you're going to need. As I said, you can use any 4mm beads that you like for this. All right, so gather up your materials, and we'll get started making this bracelet. All right, see you in a few. Okay, let's get started. So thread your needle with a comfortable length of thread. Put on a stop bead. You want to leave about a 15-inch tail. Because the way we're going to do this is we're going to start with these units. We're going to continue on, and then we're going to have to add something to the end, a unit to the end. It just works out really well that way. You'll see what I mean as we go along. So just leave enough of a tail, like 15 inches, so we can do some sewing in. And you can also add the clasp with that as well. So you want to leave a little bit longer if you're going to add the clasp on as well. All right, so let's get started. Now, in order to get this pattern, I drew it out. So, and this is going to be kind of fun for those of you who want to make your own pattern, because all I did here was I decided how many beads wide I wanted my bracelet, and I'm just counting the 4mm, not the seed beads in between. So mine is 4 beads wide. So 4 beads wide is going to give me a nice wide bracelet, but you can make it 6, you can make it 8, 10, you can make a sweater if you want. Doesn't matter. And you can use whatever beads you want doing it this way. So you can use pearls, bicones, whatever, just try any 4mm bead and see how that works. All right, so here's my pattern. So what I did is I took 4 beads for my width, and I, just put 4 circles down, and then I just continued down. This is not the entire bracelet, but it's enough of repeats that I can get the repeat going easily. And then I just colored in where I wanted my pattern. So here the gray beads are my pearls. These sort of fuchsia color are the purple beads in the middle, and here are the green beads around the sides. Okay, so that's going to be my pattern. But as I said, you can do any pattern you like. All right, so if you want to take a screenshot of this, here I'll pull in, and you can take a screenshot just, to have it if you want it, or if not, you can just follow along, of course. But I think it would be fun to kind of make your own patterns. All right, so I'm going to pull this aside now. All right, so I'm going to start with my first round. Here, I'll keep this out a little bit here like that. All right, so pick up 4 11O seed beads. It's interlace. So we're going to start with that pattern. We're going to change it a little bit. Drop those down to the stop bead. Come up sew through the first seed bead after the stop bead. Gives me a little right angle weave unit. I'm just flipping it up like that. Pick up 3 11-0 seed beads coming out of here. So this side of this seed bead, I'm just going to come around to make another right angle weave unit. Now I have 2 units. So I'm looking at my pattern now. My next bead is going to be this green one. Pick up the green one and 4 11-0 seed beads. I'm going to bring those down to my units. I'm going to come up the first seed bead after the bicone. Put on another unit. Just like that. You can flip it up or leave it that way. We're just going to make the units one on top of the other. So here, just leave it like that. See how that goes. Pick up 3 11-0 seed beads. Coming out of here. Let's come around the other side of the seed bead you're coming out of. Sew through. And there you have another unit on. Pick up a pearl and 4 11-0 seed beads. Drop those down. Come up, sew up through the first seed bead after the pearl. Just like that. Pick up 3 11-0s. Come through the other side of the seed bead you're coming out of. Sometimes it's easier for me to flip the piece up. That way I can get through this seed bead easier for video purposes. No, not today. Okay, there we go. And if it travels, just give it a little snug pull back. Pick up a pearl, 4 11-0s, drop them down, come up the first seed bead, the other side of the seed bead you're coming out of, pick up 3 11-0s, come through the other side of the seed bead you're coming out of. Now, if you've never done interlace before and you're like starting to feel confused maybe, I'm just going to pop up some links up there, and I'll pop them below the in the description box below the video of some of the original interlace pieces where I go super slow, and you know, that might be helpful. Like there's a little ring you can even start with. All right, so pick up another green bicone and 4 11-0 seed beads. Drop them down. Come up, sew through the first seed bead after the bicone. Just like that. Pick up 3 11-0s. Come through the other side of the seed bead you're coming out of. Like that. Sew through the side seed bead and the bottom seed bead of that same unit your thread is coming out of. And I'm going to put it down and show you what you have at this point. And now it's all wonky and it looks like it's not going to lay down straight and it's all crooked. But don't worry about it because it's going to, after several, that's just the nature of this design, but after a few rows, look what happens. It's like fabric. All right, so I'll just show you on my, so here's my piece, and here's my bracelet. So here, green, pearl, pearl, green, green, pearl, pearl, green. Get to this point, and then come on back, and we'll do the next row. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, so here we are, ready to put more beads on. So we're not going to put any more, and this row is not going to have any of the 4mm beads. In order to get the 4mm beads to work with this pattern, I just switch it up a little bit, but I think it's really pretty. So pick up 3 11/0 seed beads, coming out of here, come through the other side of the bead you're coming out of to make a right angle weave unit, and then pick up 3 11/0 seed beads. So we're not putting a bead here, we're putting 3 11/0s. We're going to sew through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. Pick up 3 11/0s, coming out of here, just sew around through come through the other side of the seed bead your thread is coming out of. Put on another unit. Pick up 3 11/0s, sew through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. Pick up 3 11/0s, coming out of this one, come around the other side of the seed bead you're coming out of to put on another unit. Pick up 3 11/0s, sew through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. Well, like I said, don't worry about the wonkiness of it now. It's going to all straighten out. Pick up 3 11/0s. Coming out of here, let's come through the other side of that same seed bead to put on another right angle weave unit. Just like that. Pick up 3 11/0s. Sew through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. Move these guys out of the way. Just like that. Pick up 3 11/0s, coming out of here. Sew around through the other side of that same seed bead you're coming out of. And now you have that line on. Come through the side seed bead. Let me just get this in here and I'll show you. And the bottom seed bead of that unit. Just like that. And now that's your second row. And that's how we're going to do this, is we're going to have a row of 4mm and then a row of right angle weave units with 3 seed beads in between. So get to this point, come on back, and then I'll show you the second row of 4mm. All right, see you in a few. Okay, we're back, so let's get some more 4mm beads on here. So pick up 3 11/0s, coming out of here, come around, make a unit, and now I'm working on my second row here. So here I have here's my first one. See, green, pearl, pearl, green, and I'm going to do pearl, cyclamen opal, opal, pearl, and I'm just going to continue with this pattern. So let's do this round. So we're going to pick up a pearl, coming out of here, I'm just going to go through the top seed bead of the next unit. Pick up 3 11/0s, coming out of here, come through the other side of the seed bead you're coming out of to put on another right angle weave unit. Pick up your accent beads. I'm using the cyclamen opal. Come through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. Pick up 3 11/0s. Come around through the other side of the seed bead your thread is coming out of to make another right angle weave unit. Pick up a cyclamen opal, sew through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. Pick up 3 11-0s coming out of here, sew through the other side of that seed bead to make another right angle weave unit. Pick up a purl, come through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. Pick up 3 11-0s coming out of here, come through the other side of the seed bead you're coming out of, come down the side bead, seed bead, and the bottom seed bead of that unit, and have your next round on. So the next row, I'm going to stop here and let you get to this point, but the next row is going to be the seed bead row. Okay, so go on ahead if you're confident, and if not, just get to this point, meet me back here, and we'll do the next row together. All right, see you in a few. Okay, so pick up 3 11-0s coming out of here. Come through the other side of the same seed bead you're coming out of. Pick up 3 11-0s. Come through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. Pick up 3 11-0s. Coming out of here. Come around. Going a little faster now to make another unit because we've been doing this a bit now. Pick up 3 11-0s. Come through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. Pick up 3 11-0s. Come through the other side of the seed bead you're coming out of. Make another unit. Pick up 3 11-0s. Come through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. Pick up 3 11-0s. Coming out of here. Come through the other side of the seed bead your thread is coming out of to make another right angle weave unit. Pick up 3 11-0s, come through the bottom seed bead of the next right angle weave unit. Pick up 3 11-0s, coming out of here. Come around the other side of that same seed bead you're coming out of. Put on another unit. Come down through the side seed bead and the bottom seed bead of that unit. Okay, now we have our next round of 11-0s and don't worry about it sticking up, and right angle weave units. All right, so get to this point. I'm going to get you through the repeat. So get to this point and then meet me back here and we'll do the third row. Okay, see you in a few. Okay, so let's do row number 3. So here's 3. You can even number these. You can number these if you like. So here's 3. I'm going to do purl, cyclamen opal, purl. So that's same one I did previously. So pick up 3 11-0 seed beads. Come through the other side of the seed bead you're coming out of to add another right angle weave unit. Pick up a purl, sew through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. Pick up 3 11-0s coming out of here, sew through the other side of the seed bead you're coming out of to add on a right angle weave unit. Pick up your 4mm bicone, come through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. Pick up 3 11-0s coming out of here, come around to make another unit. Pick up your bicone, come through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. Pick up 3 11-0s, come around, now we're moving. Come around that through the other side of the seed bead you're coming out of to make a unit. Pick up a pearl, come through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. That's our pattern. Pick up 3 11-ohs, coming out of here, come around, make another unit, come through the side seed bead and the bottom seed bead of that unit, and here we are. Okay. So put on the next round, which is the right angle weave unit, and then the 3 seed beads, right angle weave unit, 3 seed beads. Okay, so get that done and then meet me back here and we'll do the next round together after this one. So don't forget to do the 3 seed beads and right angle weave units here. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, we're back. So here we are. I've got this last row of the right angle weave units and the 3 11-ohs. So actually we're at our repeat now. So if you haven't copied this, then you're just going to start from the beginning again with the green, pearl, pearl, green. So green, pearl, pearl, green, that's going to go here. And then you're going to put on the 11-ohs and the right angle weave units, and you're going to repeat this one and this one. So you can just go back to the beginning of the video where I started here, and that's how you're going to do your repeat. So now a couple things about sizing. So with the next round on, and I think what we'll do is we'll get the next round on, and then I'll explain to you how, because that'll be the whole square, the whole unit, and we're going to repeat those units. So we're going to pick up, we'll get to that in a second. So I'm just going to get this round done with you, this row. So put on your 3, your right angle weave unit, and then I forgot my pearls, so let me grab my pearls. Here we go. So here we go, we've got the right angle weave unit on. I'm going to pick up the green bicone, put that one on, pick up 3 11-ohs, put on another right angle weave unit, and we're going to pick up a pearl. Now often when I take a break, I have to put everything away because I worry about the cats getting everything. That's why I'm always putting things out again and forgetting to put things out. All right, so I'm going to put on a pearl now. So I'm copying my first round again. So bicone, pearl, pearl, bicone. 3 11-oh seed beads. And even though I closed the door and they can't get in, I worry anyway, so I'm just extra cautious when it comes to that. Pearl. Three 11-ohs. Make another unit. Then I'm going to put on my bicone. So you see now I'm repeating here, so this row is done, then I'm just going to keep repeating. But before we do that, let me just get these last 3 on, 3 11-ohs on. Oops. I just want to show you about sizing and placement. So there, I'm going to come down the side seed bead, and the bottom seed bead. And now I'm set to put on the next round, which is going to be the seed bead round. So, as far as sizing for the bracelet, so I look at it as a unit, even though the repeat starts here, but I'm completing this as a unit. So this square, with the way these beads are set up, is 1 inch. So for a 7-inch bracelet, you want 7 of them. But then again, you want about 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch for the clasp. So you have to take that into consideration. So if I'm going to have a 7-inch bracelet, I'm going to make 6 of these. And then I'm going to add the clasp on. Now, my only concern is that if you, like let's say you finish and, you know, your bracelet comes up to here or something, and you can't get that last round on, I don't think it's a big deal. But the reason I left this long thread at one end is you can do a complete amount of squares. Let's say you only get 5 done, because you only, let's say you can do 5.5, you know, 5.5 fits, and then add the clasp. So then just do 5, and then add on 2 or 3 rows this way, and at the end of all bicones, I would do all pearls. So I do 3 rows of pearls or 2 rows at this end and 2 or 3 rows at this end, and that way you can have complete units and still fit, and you know, your wrist, if it doesn't fit within the 7, 8, 6, 8, you know, inch range. So you'll just hold it around, you know, you'll hold it around your wrist and see, and that way you'll have complete units, and the ends will still look pretty because they'll all be the same. So I would put, like I said, I would put 2 or 3 rows of pearls, but make sure that in between each row you're putting the row of seed beads. So that's one way of kind of compensating for it if you can't get all whole units like this all in a row to fit your wrist. Okay, all right, so now you're just going to continue on. So you're going to do your seed bead row, your seed bead and right angle weave unit row, and then you're going to do this row. You're going to do seed bead, right angle weave row, and then this one. The seed bead row, and then you're going to start with this one again, and you're just going to keep repeating until you get as many of these squares as, you know, fits your wrist. So just to go back to the original sample, you can't see it as well, but you can see it with the pearls. Do you see how it makes a pattern here? So it would be nice to have the pattern all intact. All right, so that's a couple of ways you can do it to get the pattern intact. All right, so keep going. Keep adding units and keep adding rows until you are, until your bracelet is complete, until you have complete pattern repeats. And then meet me back here and we'll work on the clasp. All right, see you in a few. Okay, so we're back. I've gotten my centerpiece done. So just a couple of notes here. You, as I said before, you can make this the normal length of your bracelet minus, let's say, 1 inch for the clasp, 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch for the clasp. I was trying to get my units, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all together and complete before I add the clasp. You don't have to do that. You can just continue on and add the clasp. But I'm going to try it this way in case anybody's interested. All right, so I end up with 5 1/4 here. If I added 1 more unit, I'm going for like about a 6 3/4 inch bracelet. If I add enough rows to make 1 more complete repeat, it will be too big for me. So this is what I'm going to do. So I've stopped at this point. Both ends are the same. I'm going to add my round of seed beads here. So 3 to make a unit. And I'm going to pick up 3 and come through the next. Pick up 3. Make yourself another unit. Figure I don't have to go through this step by step because after all this you're pretty experienced now. 3. We'll just do it down to the end together. Pick up 3. Make your next unit. Just like that. Pick up 3. Seed bead of the next unit. So just like we've been doing. I'm just going to come down the side seed bead and the bottom seed bead, just like usual. I'm going to pick up 3, come around again, so nothing's changed so far. So now instead of putting on, you can, if you want, you can put on all one color. Pearl, all one color. Bicone, anything you want. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do another row of just seed beads. And raw units. So I'm just doing the same thing as the previous round. It's going to add some length, and it's a nice transition to the clasp. And what's kind of cool is it gives us some ideas for future videos as well, because this makes a nice little netting without any beads in it. But that's another video. It's like that. So you have some options here. Coming around. I'm going to come through this one. And this is what it gives me at the end, this pretty little lace ending, which is perfect for interlace, right? And it gives me a little more length. So it's giving me another, so between the one I put on after, so that row I put on after the end 4 millimeters, and the second one, it's given me another 1/4 of an inch. So now my bracelet, and I'm going to add a 1/4 of an inch to the other side, is going to be, so now I'm like almost 5.5, and so when I add the other side on, the 2 rows here, it's going to give me close to like 5 3/4. And then when I add my 3/4 to an inch clasp, that's going to sort of be a perfect length for me. And what you can do is you can just try it on and see how it's fitting. You could add another round to the end. So I think that's the way we're going to end this. So if you want, you can end it that way. You know, either way, even if you're not, you don't have complete repeats. But if you do all your complete repeats and you can add some after, then add this sort of lacy netting part. Do 2, 3, however many rounds you need. You can always add thread. And then meet me back here, and I'm going to put the clasp on. So I'm going to do my other side, and then I'm going to come back and we'll put the clasp on. All right, see you in a few. Okay, we're back. So I've got my end on both sides, and actually I already did the clasp on the other end. So that's what we're going to work on right now. So it gave me enough length so that I can get the clasp on and it'll fit nicely. So let's start this. So I'm going to pick up 2 11-0s, one end of my clasp, which is a very strong magnet. Keep sticking to my needle. And then 2 11-0s. Coming out of here, I'm just going to hop over to this one. Put that on. I have another needle here, and everything is sticking, is attaching to this clasp. Okay, I'm going to take 2 pearls. You can use bicones, doesn't matter. We're going to get back and reinforce that in a minute. I just want to get this on. So put that on. Put on a pearl. Pick up another pearl. Or bicone. I don't know, bicone will look better, I'm not sure. We'll see. Just like that. Pick up 2 11-0s. Get the other end of the other clasp. Like that. It's fighting me, see? Let me hold that with my finger. Okay. 2 more 11-0s. Come through this one. And now you have it on. Just make sure you're putting the right ends on, because you could put two repelling ends on and then you're in big trouble. Now we're just going to reinforce everybody. So to reinforce, so here we are, coming out of that seed bead. Just want to go around this unit. Come through these, just come through this line here. Come up through here. So you just want to follow your thread path here. Come back through all the beads. So you're just going in the same sort of direction at this point, just to get this strong. Coming down the sides. Those two beads, seed beads on the side. I'm going to come through this one. So that's the top seed bead of the right angle weave unit. See that? So you just have to be able to focus on, see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to come through this one. I'm going to come down through the entire line of seed beads here. See, just like that. It's going to make it nice, reinforce it really nicely. Make sure that you're coming through all the beads front and back. That you're not missing anything. Then I'm going to reinforce this side. So I'm just coming up through all the beads. Down the other side. Through the right angle weave unit, that little one right there. I'm going to make another, I'm going to turn. Make sure you're coming through the right angle weave unit. So here it is here. See that? I know this is tough to see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just follow your thread path. Then you're going to come back through like this. Right? And that's going to get you on. And you can reinforce again, or if you have any thread left, you can just reinforce your come down. So wait a minute, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So I'm coming out of here. You come through this one, down this entire line of beads. So that's that. We're down a row. If you can't get them all at once, do them, just get as many as you can. And you could just reinforce down, as far as you like to this point, at this point. So here, I'm just going to stop right here, and I'll tie a knot and, tie some half-hitch knots, and then tie my thread in. And then I'll do the other side, which I've already done. And then you go do your other side, meet me back here, and we'll look at our bracelets. All right, see you. We're back, and here's our bracelet. I think it came out great. Here's the bezel bracelet. Oh, here's the other side. So this is how it looks when you clasp it. Here, I'm going to take this one off. I think it came out really pretty. I like that it's open and airy. I think the pattern came out great. So, and I just really like the sort of the netting part here. So stay tuned for some more pieces using that netting. We're going to be exploring this a little bit more because I love it with the 4mm bicones. And maybe we'll work on some other pieces besides bracelets as well. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.